Hey loves, it is your host D Shields here with more tea with D. I'm excited to bring you guys a recap of episodes 1 through 3, Ready to Love, season 6. We're all watching Ready to Love on OWN TV. If you are not, you need to go ahead and do so. You can watch Ready to Love on Discovery Plus app. You can also watch Ready to Love on Hulu, or you can watch it directly on OWN TV. This season, nephew Tommy has couples to be, has the singles in Miami. So this is the city of sexy, and we are ready to see what they are bringing to the table. We watch one of the persons that has already left. We watched that person last night over there on Rolling Out with Crystal. And then we're going to come and just talk who everyone is so far. My thoughts on the one that isn't ready for love, the one that needs a lot of work to get ready for love, etc., etc. But first, let's go a little bit into the start of the show.
Shouldn't be standing with a heart that's so heavy. I shouldn't be up with all the weight that I carry. Don't know if it's right, but I'm sticking with you. You're my only vice, I'm dependent on you. Love's for the wicked, I know this shit too well. I talk, you don't listen, still I'm under your spell. I think I'm addicted to feeling bad as hell. I can just let you go. You're the one I wait for, even though I hate. Every time you leave me to my fate. You're the one I'll stay for, though I wanna go. Find somebody better for my soul. Better for my soul, yeah, better for my soul. Find somebody better for my soul. You're the one I'll stay for, though I wanna go. Find somebody better for my soul. Dreaming about the good days when you put me first, baby. When you used to come.
Hey. So it's Miami that's ready to love. The singles are there. They go to a mixer to start episode 1. Miami, the official city of all things sexy, or something. I heard about that, Viewers of the show, what are you thinking right now? Can these singles that we've been presented with, can they find love with temptation happening on every corner? Are they really actually ready for love? That's what we're going to be finding out, and that's what we're going to be discussing. We have callers calling in. We're going to have Miss Sassy share a little bit of her intro, and then we're going to get on into the talk of the Ready to Love episodes 1 through 3 that was already full of all things sexy and couple potentials and tension and all the things that come with these great shows, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's the men. Oh my God, the women gorgeous. Okay, so
So right, you guys were listening to Miss Sassy give her recap.
Hey, it is your girl, Miss Sassy, baby, and we are about to go through and talk about season 6 of Ready to Love, first episode.
Now, listen, we are talking Ready to Love season 6, this first episode right here. I really think that everyone is gorgeous. Like, there's no one brought to the table that's not something to look at. So we don't even have to go into, the looks. I agree with you, Miss Sassy. They are all good looking. Men and women all looking great, ready for this potential hookup. And I can already see couples, my inner hitch starts working immediately, right? And I've never failed anyone. The couples that I've put together are still together past 10 years, right? So I haven't messed up in that area. I really have an eye for these things. Tommy says it's time to focus on love over lust. And that is a struggle with singles these days, especially after you've been locked up with the pandemic and haven't been able to get out and really test the waters. And now here come monkeypox about to lock you down and close your legs and all the other requests that they're telling you about with this new virus that's out, knowing that this may cause the pandemic to continue. So it's really hard to find love. You guys are having to really use your mental and less of your touch to find what's for you. So this is a focus on love over lust for sure. I agree with Nephew Tommy on that. So April, let's talk about April. She's the first one that came to the scene. She's a professional singer. She says, I'm a package, yet I'm not flaunting it. And she walks in looking it, right? She says, I want a man to see it. I don't want to flaunt it. I don't have to put it all out there. I just want to walk in the room and the man sees that I'm a whole package for him. Her interest, she says, is justice. So we shall see how that goes, okay? Then Shanika comes along. Shanika has that big, big energy. I like to say she has that big, big energy. She's a whole vibe. Shanika says, never married, always a bridesmaid, and never the bride. Let's see which one of these guys can make sure that that changes, right? All right, let's hear again from Miss Sassy on the line.
All right, so first to walk in is Samson. And I mean, when I say tell you Samson is fine, Samson is fine. It's like, raw. Anyway, then you have the ladies coming in and, everybody's, mingling and talking and stuff. But I'm going to tell you, this girl, Dominica, loud, child, loud. But hey, it is what it is. You got to make your point cross. You got to try to make that good first impression. Anyway, then you got, Charisse. Now, Charisse, I'm going to tell you, it's something about her. She seems to be a little bit very judgy on some parts and stuff. It's like, she just got a judgy disposition. And then we have Mr. Devin. Let me tell you, something ain't right about him. Devin is, well, he's got a mystery about him, but he also, something just ain't right. That's all I'm saying. You have not seen your child.
Exactly.
So
Hey, yeah.
Men need to be a man to their men child. Okay?
Yeah, Devin's bringing something there. I agree with you on the line there, Miss Sassy. Something's not adding up because at the beginning they said, do you have any children? And his first answer was no. Ouch. Where are we going with this? And then a few minutes into everyone just kind of asking him a few more things or looking at him, he goes, oh, I do have a child. It's with a side chick. One night stand. No, you are. No, I really thought that, that's a go home right now. Is there an interruption that can happen at this mixer? And we could go ahead and send Devin home right now just for that. Because his first answer was no when asked did he have a child. So we already know that when that happens in the beginning, it could be problematic. Now, when it comes out later, you have to deal with it, in the relationships. But when that happened at the mixer, before you took anybody into your life longer than a couple of weeks, you definitely can make a decision right then and there because you already know what that red flag meant, right? So we already talked about Sharika, but you talked about Dominica. I got a chance to see Dominica talk with Crystal rolling out. So I did put it over there on the That's It Let's Talk Facebook group page. So you could go see Crystal talking to Dominica. Got to see her. I figured from the beginning when I was watching that her personality is just real big, but she's such a sweetheart. Like you could just feel the sweetheart. She's 42 years old and I think she says she's a grandmother. She just like real bubbly out there. That's her way. She is just out to get her thoughts out and she shares it without thinking twice. She just brings her real authentic self to the table. People are uncomfortable with that because a lot of people like to be reserved and hold back, and Dominica is the life of the party, and that can definitely take the people like Charisse and intimidate them when Charisse thinks that I'm just a whole package. I look good. Why can't people just pay attention to me just for that? So Dominica comes in and she's getting this attention easily without any issues. And even for the guys to come in and say, well, she's just like a brother. She's just like a homie. She's just like something though. She definitely meant something to them to stick around. They said homie, like a brother, like a homeboy, right? So that means that they would keep Dominica around Charisse and not you. I'm just saying, girl, I'm just saying. But I have to agree with Miss Sassy. Definitely a little too judgmental. Sharice, she's a career esthetician. She says she's a boss lady. She's a vibe for sure, but it's a really pushy, y'all better like me, I am what it is, and I could care less, y'all don't mean nothing, I'm the only one that's important vibe that's happening in these first couple episodes. Now, when that gets checked, when she ends up having to go up against Dominica about who's going home, she does come back trying to save the day with that attitude, because she came in real strong, but, I think that first person that she brought to the mixer is who she is. That fix to get people to keep her on board, is that really who she is, though? So we have a lot to think about when it comes to her. So I'm going to agree also with you, Miss Sassy, that she's judgmental for sure. Now, Calvin says he's the whole package. He says, we shall see. We shall see. Brandy is the flight attendant. She says that she could travel or a guy. She's not letting a job stop her from love. So she could either travel and do this job that she does as a flight attendant, or she could be with her guy. I'm wondering, will she continue her career? Is flight attendant her goal career? If so, are you going to just stop it just because you found love? That is the question that we have for you on that, Miss Brandy. All right, Miss Sassy, I'm going to go ahead and bring you back on the line. Additional thoughts?
So you have the silver fox of the bunch, Calvin, which, sad to say, he had to leave for personal reasons, family reasons. And he has so much potential. Anyway, So you got Swayze. Swayze, he got a little something going on. He could be a little special, But Swayze, he's nice looking. He's, all the men are just like nice to the eye and stuff. You got Justice. He's a part of the law, y'all. That's all I'm saying. His name is Justice.
He brings that justice.
He got that justice. He can lock me up anyway.
Same.
The ladies, you have Shakira. Shakira is basically has made her statement. Hey, I need a grown man. I don't need anybody else. No young men and stuff. So basically, she's already counted Swayze out. But sometimes you can't count out the young men, because the young men can do better than the grown men. I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. You better get that little cougar life on. I'm going to have to agree with you on that, Miss Sassy. So I forgot about that one that ended up having to leave for the family emergency. That's right. And then we also have Alonzo, all retired and scrumptious. He is a real estate investor now, retired and lives life on his own terms. Says have that passport ready. Is he the one guy that said that? Might be mixing it up, but he does look like he got you on that trip to Dubai, sis. Now, Mike is from Miami, and that is who Dominica talks about in that talk and interview. Very detailed, long, personal time that we got to spend with Dominica on Rolling Out with Crystal. So go over there to take a look at that. I posted it on my Facebook talk group, and you can also see it on Rolling Out page. Crystal talked to Dominica. Now, Mike seems to know her, so there's some tension going on there, and he says some very disrespectful comments, so to speak. He all in his feels. Maybe from knowing her growing up, possibly. He was really too in his feels when running into her. So, but I say this about Mike, as we all say, he has a gorgeous smile. He's good to look at. He says that he does not like to approach women, but he is willing enough to try this process. He's willing to loosen up to try this process. So he's going to loosen up, and we shall see who Mike is. But I already have my eye on who Mike fits with. We'll talk about that in a few. Dominica said she was looking for her person, lively personality. She was feeling Mike's looks, but then as she ends up taking an exit, an episode or so away, she takes an exit, and then that kind of gets a little bad. What happens in that vibe with her? So I'm pretty sure she takes it back on anything personal happening with her and Mike. Because lots of people are not happy with Sharice or Mike with the comments that they made about Dominica, right? Sean, real estate developer, offers quickly a trip to Cabo. So you have to have that passport ready for his type also, ladies, okay? Jamala is saying that she's turned off by Sean. Says he has dry humor. His moist reply even turned her off even more. Rolls eyes and says to the confession, Cam, next caller. Definitely Sean was not it. So, I don't know. Kayla has a podcast to you guys, and she's feeling Swayze that Miss Sassy was talking about. Swayze is, a first responder. Justice brings those things that we need to keep us safe, right? So Swayze's a first responder. Yes, says he's given player vibes, is what Kayla says about Swayze. He has a lot to look at and probably definitely has a lot of them calling. But, we don't want to judge him too soon. We'll give Swayze a chance. LJ, love the accent, from the Virgin Islands, works in IT. He is also a musician. He's an artist. And he says that he's interested in Shakira. Okay. So we shall see where that goes, LJ. What else do you have for us, Miss Sassy?
All right. So now we took on, everybody's doing this meeting and greeting, getting to know each other and stuff. A lot of the men, they're like, hey, some of the people, they've already judged themselves, and the women have too. But everything is going to work it out in next episodes. But like on this first episode, the first round of people sent home because they weren't ready for love. Up first, we got the guys, even though Calvin has left because of personal reasons, they still put one of the guys up and everything to get to be on the shopping block. We have Swayze and Sean. Now, Sean was just a little bit, what I want to say, he was, he felt like he was, of higher grade or something. It's something about it. It was just off to me. So up on the chopping block was Swayze and Sean. Now I'm gonna say my personal choice to get sent home, got sent home, which was Sean. He was the first to go. But then we all had, it was going to be a double elimination and stuff and everything. So the women were up on the block also.
Miss Sharice
and there was Sharice and Dominica. Now, like I said, Sharice, she was kind of judgy, okay? And Dominica was loud. Just point blank loud, because a lot of even the guys say she's loud. So they put both of the ladies up and everything, and they were going to, decide which one it was going to go. Well, I believe since Calvin had to go home, so that was like their double elimination already done. So they just left both of the women there. So the women have to basically show up on the next episode. So with that being said, I see y'all on the podcast. And baby, it's Miss Sassy, baby.
Yes, thanks, Miss Sassy. Thank you for stopping by again. As always, we appreciate when you call in. Look, listen, that was really risky with what was going to happen, because at that moment, Dominica was going to go home at that moment, but she was given another opportunity. And because Sharice made her like her target of who she wanted to really make sure that she stood out against her, Sharice ended up sweeping the floor, and the next time at the chopping block, Dominica ends up going home. Now, again, like you say, Calvin has a family emergency, unable to continue the process, so that's why the ladies got to stay and get a second chance. Calvin has some family issues, said that would be in the way of him finding love, so I thought that was a very adult decision. Yay, Calvin, with that one. Shakira, the yellow dress is sexy AF, like sexy. Single mom of a 7-year-old wearing it, looking good while doing it. Looney says that she wants to get some one-on-one time with Justice, who, again, is good to look at and very popular with the ladies. Swayze, 33. takes Shakira grown man comment the very wrong way, says turned off that, he dissed her, so that's it. So way too sensitive for a mixer, you guys. I think that interaction was a little too sensitive for a first time mixer. It was a first time meetup event. So I think maybe you loosen up just a little bit. A couple more drinks, maybe loosen up a little bit more, because that was a little bit too much tension for a first time hangout, right? Y'all were like old couple arguing right there. Y'all might end up being a couple after all. So Devin, NFL for dabbled in the NFL a little bit, extremely athletic, but again, that no kids, like when he came with that no kids, he thinks he has a little boy out of wedlock, he says. I don't have a boy. I think I have a child. It was too much going on there. Definitely turned the ladies off quickly. Feels that he's being transparent, but it took him a minute to share that truth. So Katie wisely saw those red flags right away, right? Now, Samson, here's another guy who's very visual in what it's looking for. So that really goes under what Tommy was talking about. That's a lust thing when Samson says, I need my woman to be a 245, not that up and down, 12 to 6, all that. And then points out that Looney has healthy teeth and dimples. It's just a very visual, lusty type. So I'm not really feeling Samson and what he's looking for right now. Looney says no one ever wants to leave her, that she's a loyal fixer. And when she said it, I can relate. Yes, indeed. No one ever wants to leave. I'm always the one proposed to. Everyone always wants to make me there forever. But it comes with a lot of fixing sometimes, and that can be exhausting indeed. Sadly, we miss Looney in a couple of scenes due to her catching the COVID virus.
Nah, 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 no. Yeah. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Yeah. I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. See, we was cool right before it hit the fence, but it hit the fan when I got him down at the bench. But I took a break, I had to leave and go get cleansed. God forgive me for all my sins. I can't say these hoes, cause my last name ain't Kent. Cooking on the stove, that's the way he paid the rent. Working on the pole, that's the way she paid tuition. Better watch your soul, cause you know they trying to get it. Yeah, yeah. I learned my right from wrong on a song. I let my heart bleed on my sleeve through microphones. I'm trying to right my wrongs by writing out my wrongs. Ran through a check cause it's hard to live off bread alone. So if you see me slipping, yeah, let me know. Cause it ain't the end of times yet, I know, but it's getting close. Yeah, I need my space to breathe, that's why I be going ghost. I ain't trying to stay up on that wide road, cause I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 nah.